Hi guys, welcome to another audio video, and I'll be reading Numbers 27 of the King James Version Bible, and it reads, Then came the daughters of Zelophehad, the son of Epher, the son of Gilead, the son of Mashir, the son of Manasseh, of the families of Manasseh, the son of Joseph, and these are the names of the daughters, Mahlah, Noah, and Ogla, and Milcah, and Tirzah. And they stood before Moses, and before Eleazar the priest, and before the princes of all the congregation, by the door of the tabernacle of the congregation, saying, Our father died in the wilderness, and he was not in the company of them that gathered themselves together against the Lord in the company of Korah, but died in his own sin, and had no sons. Why should the name of our father be done away from among his family, because he hath no son? Give unto us therefore a possession among the brethren of our father. And Moses brought their cause before the Lord, and the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, The daughters of Zelophehad speak right. Thou shalt surely give them a possession of an inheritance among their father's brethren, and thou shalt cause the inheritance of their father to pass unto them. And thou shalt speak unto the children of Israel, saying, If a man die and have no son, then ye shall cause his inheritance to pass unto his daughter. And if he had no daughter, then ye shall give his inheritance unto his brethren. And if he had no brethren, then ye shall give the inheritance unto his father's brethren. And if his father have no brethren, then ye shall give his inheritance unto the kinsman that is next of him of his family, and he shall possess it, and it shall be unto the children of Israel a statute of judgment, as the Lord commanded Moses. And the Lord said unto Moses, Get thee up into the mount Abarim, up into this mount Abarim, and see the land which I have given unto the children of Israel. And when thou hast seen it, thou also shalt be gathered unto thy people, as Aaron thy brother was gathered. For ye rebelled against my commandment in the desert of Zin, in the strife of the congregation, to sanctify me at the water before their eyes, that is the water of Meribah in Kadesh, in the wilderness of Zin. And Moses spake unto the Lord, saying, Let the Lord, the God of the spirits of all flesh, set a man over the congregation, which may go out before them, and which may go in before them, and which may lead them out, and which may bring them in, that the congregation of the Lord be not as sheep which have no shepherd. And the Lord said unto Moses, Take thee Joshua the son of Nun, a man in whom is a spirit, and lay thine hand upon him, and set him before Eleazar the priest, and before all the congregation, and give him a charge in their sight. And thou shalt put some of thine honor upon him, and all the congregation of the children of Israel may be obedient. That all the congregation of the children of Israel may be obedient. And he shall stand before Eleazar the priest, who shall ask counsel for him after the judgment of Urim before the Lord. At his word shall they go out, and at his word shall they come in, both he and all the children of Israel with him, even all the congregation. And Moses did as the Lord commanded him. And he took Joshua and set him before Eleazar the priest, and before all the congregation, and he laid his hands upon him, and gave him a charge, as the Lord commanded by the hand of Moses. Alright guys, so two significant things within this chapter. One, the issuance of an inheritance when there is no son in the family. So it tells who next is in line. So, and then if that person is not, if there's not a male of that person, then it passed on to the next, and so forth and so on. That's one. So those two daughters, they were the ones that actually spoke to God and asked of this. And God actually made a rule for them as it pertained to that issue. And next, there is where the mantle is being passed from Moses down to Joshua. Okay, so the mantle is now being passed on to Joshua. So Moses would pass on his honor onto Joshua because, as you recall, God says that Moses, along with Aaron, would not enter the promised land. And so here we see where God is preparing them to enter into the promised land. And so he has to fulfill all that he had said he would do, which was one, ensuring that Moses did not enter into the promised land. Okay, and so Moses has to pass on his mantle to someone else. And note, he did not do it in a private place. He did it publicly. And that speaks a lot, because we know that God does things in private at times, but we remember where God actually came to Moses so the people could actually see what was taking place before in the wilderness. And here it is again, where he's passing on the mantle to somebody else. So God is doing it publicly, right? And that just goes to show that there are certain operations of the Spirit, and God will always do what he sees best in a given situation. And in this situation, he thought it best for it to be done publicly, for the mantle to be passed over publicly, where others will actually know that, okay, God is indeed in the midst of this. Okay, it's not of a man's accord, of any man doing, but the will of God being done. And God will do that at times. And if he does, that's just how it is. That's just how he intends it to be. But if he doesn't, and he actually gives you, anoints you privately, or he sets you up for an office privately, that's just the way he wants to do it, and you should follow his leading. It's not something for you to share publicly. Okay? And if that is the case, he will indeed tell you when it's supposed to be done publicly. Okay, guys? So there's a time and a place for everything. Alright, guys. So those are my few words. Do have yourselves a blessed day. Until the next audio video. Bye.